Shalom. Call Holaim La Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And a sincere shalom to the 144,000 and 1/3. Now, you have these data centers being built worldwide, but for whatever reason, they don't mention it's worldwide. They typically say it's just, one in Utah, and you'll hear about people. I did videos, multiple videos already going over the data centers, how they're plaguing people's areas. It's messing with the water pressure and making the water unsanitary. And gotta ask, what is the purpose of these data centers? Because one of the most prevalent videos I did on a data center was for Meta, Mark Zuckerberg. He did a data center, or they're currently building a data center for Meta that is going to be the size of Manhattan. This is very Terminator, Skynet type vibes going on with these data centers. Okay, and these data centers are going to be used to bring in this beast system full drive. All right, draconian measures on the internet webs. All right, so new data centers. All right, reading this AIO overview, new data centers are primarily built to power the exploding demand for AI, large-scale cloud computing, and real-time data processing. Yeah, so they're going to have all this hooked up to these different cameras and these centralized government bodies to police people, to see defectors, to target individuals more efficiently and more legally, because we already know through Edward Snowden they've been spying and doing all this nefarious acts illegally, and now they're trying to do it legally. So let's get a few scriptures into this. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan, Shaitan, the adversary, who's our adversary on the earth right now, the Edomites, so-called white man, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we know what this devil is going to do. We know the game plan. He's going to use this technology and these polycrises to usher in the problem, and they already have the solution, which is going to be that C-hip. Okay, so why new data centers are being built? The AI boom. Generative AI models require immense computing power. Yeah, they're basically trying to bring in AI that they control, that's smarter than the average person and smarter than the smartest people on earth, and vast information storage to function, which traditional servers cannot handle. And yeah, these AI servers need a massive amount of water, an insurmountable amount of water. So it's draining the water sources that people and animals need to sustain themselves. Grid strain. The surge in power needs has led to localized rate increases and grid struggles to keep pace. Yeah, their rate, wherever a date, like within a couple miles or whatever, these data centers, people's light bills and water bills, and the bills they have to pay monthly for power has increased. I've seen people, and this is not just random people yapping online, spreading misinformation. These are people that are actually living in these neighborhoods, and they get documentaries, and they're trying to reach out to their councils and governors to fix it. All right, but as these devils, you see, this can lead to a rebellion. Okay, This can lead to full scales. What is that? Let's get that in. What is that? Second Esdras. This is Second Esdras 15-16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Yeah, and we know for a fact these data centers and all this other AI, this beast system crackdown that leads to the sea hip. We know people are gonna rebel. It's gonna be a lot, and the food, pestilences and mass famine. Yeah, so you're gonna see cities, whole cities, okay, with 1 million people in it, 100,000 people in it, and they're gonna say screw whatever you know the federal government is trying to do, right? That's what these cities are gonna be on. They're gonna go against what these tiny tops, because that's the main people on earth that's doing this. These bankers are putting into fruition, putting their plans into play. Esau's not fully with each other, right? All these governors and mayors and police departments and people in the military, they're not all aligned together on one accord. Okay, they got um different ideals. Let's get this right here too. This is Second Ezra 6-9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob's the beginning of it that followeth. Yeah, this is the end, okay, of this era, this eon. All right, the world being used there, all right, is not talking about the literal planet Earth ending. All right, it's talking about this era of rulership, heathen rulership, which is the Edomites. The Edomites are the last heathens to rule the earth, have some type of leeway, have some type of reign. So with Esau's last reign, he's gonna go full force. Okay, he's setting up this AI, these data centers, and all this, trying to be like the Most High. That's all this really is. Let's get that in. What is that? Second Thessalonians chapter 2, Second Thessalonians chapter 1, and or is that Second Ezra chapter 2? I mean Second Thessalonians chapter 2. Yeah, this Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4. Verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. What day? The end of the world. Except there come a falling away first. What is that? Jeremiah 17:4. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, the Edomites, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all thing that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, shewing himself that he is the Most High. Yeah, he guess what? He took down the Israelites. He has the Israelites in his possession. He's claiming that he's the people of the Lord. Okay, he's saying he is God. He's saying he is the angels. He has the Holy Land, and he has power and control over the earth. Salakia is some unique looking birds flying over, a pair, and very peculiar looking. All right, so when these things start coming to, these things have already came to pass, right? With Abba Bivens on down, these Edomites have been revealed, and we know the game plan. We know what these data centers are about. We know what this digital ID, the CBDC, and all this other crypto and blockchain technology is about. Is gonna lead to the C-hip, which is a technological implant. All right, the MOTB is a technological implant into your body. Okay, so Esau has full reign, full control over you, and this is what this devil is about, and it's not gonna work. Okay, let's end that off right here. This is what's gonna happen to these Edomites. This is Job, the 20th chapter, in verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And that's talking about the laborers, all right, which is mainly the Israelites. Verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So when these devils think that this MOTB game plan is yes, they're in their minds like, yes, we did it. We didn't chipped, how many people on the earth. We got these slaves, right? We got babies, newborn babies getting chipped as soon as they pop out the womb and all this other madness. Okay, guess what? I mean, I'm not saying they're going to do that with newborn babies. Probably, it may have an age limit to it, but nonetheless, they're going to have the vast majority of the human population in their minds that they want chipped, right? They're going to have they have a set goal amount of people, whatever that goal is, whether it's 100 million, 350 million, whatever. They got that set goal. And when they have that set goal, they're going to be like, all right, it's all good, right? But guess what? No, it's not all good, because Yahweh got you in a trap, and you're gonna fall into it. Let's get that right here. I'm gonna end this off right here. Psalms, the 141st, Psalms 141, Psalms 141, and verse 10. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, whilst that I withal escape. So the elect is going to escape this beast system, okay? And these Edomites, you're going to become the slaves. You're going to be marked, all right? not literally, all right, with a C hip, but guess what? You're going to be marked, all right? You're going to be the slave. You're going to go into captivity, and it's going to be way worse than what you did to Jacob. All right, and with that, shalom.